In today's society, being nice is often seen as a fascinating aspect. We are taught from a young age to be polite, respectful, and considerate of others. However, according to Jordan Peterson, being too nice can actually be harmful to our personal growth and success. In his book, 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos, Peterson argues that being extremely nice can lead to people taking advantage of us and eventually hindering our ability to achieve our purposes. He suggests that people should try to be strong and stand up for themselves, even if it means being viewed as less nice by others. One of the major issues with being too nice is that it often results in us putting the needs of others before our own. While this may appear selfless and noble, it can actually lead to resentment and feelings of being taken advantage of. We may find ourselves constantly doing things for others without receiving any appreciation or reciprocation in return. Also, being too nice can prevent us from taking risks and pursuing our own goals. We may be so focused on pleasing others and avoiding conflict that we never truly pursue our own passions and desires. Peterson argues that we need to be willing to take risks and push ourselves out of our comfort zones in order to achieve success and personal fulfillment. Another issue with being too nice is that it can lead to a lack of respect from others. When we constantly acquiesce to the needs and desires of others, we are not seen as strong and independent individuals. Instead, we are viewed as pushovers who can be easily manipulated. So how can we break out of the nice guy mentality? Peterson suggests that we need to start by setting clear boundaries with others. We need to be ready to say no when necessary and acknowledge our own needs and desires. This may feel uncomfortable at first, but it is an important step in developing a sense of self-respect and personal agency. Another important step is to take responsibility for our own lives. Instead of waiting for others to give us opportunities or make decisions for us, we need to take ownership of our own paths and actively work towards our goals. This means being willing to take risks and face challenges head-on, even if it means potentially disappointing or upsetting others. Jordan Peterson, a Canadian clinical psychologist and professor, is famous for his controversial views on gender and social issues. In his book, 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos, Peterson advises men to stop being nice guys and to stand up for themselves in order to be successful in life. This advice has sparked a lot of discussion and debate, with some people agreeing with Peterson and others criticizing his views. While some people agree with Peterson's advice, others argue that it is harmful and perpetuates toxic masculinity. They argue that the idea of the nice guy is not the problem, but rather the societal pressures that encourage men to always put on a tough exterior and prioritize their own success over the well-being of others. There are also concerns that Peterson's advice may lead to men becoming overly aggressive or dismissive of others in an effort to assert themselves. Some worry that this could lead to toxic and abusive behavior, particularly towards women and marginalized groups. Despite the controversy surrounding Peterson's views, it is clear that they have struck a chord with many people. His book has sold millions of copies, and his lectures and interviews have been viewed by millions more. It is clear that many men are looking for guidance on how to navigate the changing social and cultural landscape, and Peterson's advice has resonated with them. Eventually, being a nice guy may look like a good quality, but it can actually hold us back in many ways. By learning to set boundaries, take responsibility, and defend our own needs and desires, we can break out of this mindset and achieve greater success and personal fulfillment in our lives. Well, whether or not you agree with Jordan Peterson's views on being a nice guy is a personal decision. It is important to consider the potential consequences of prioritizing your own needs over the needs of others, but it is also important to stand up for yourself and assert your own needs and desires. The key is finding a balance that allows you to be true to yourself while also being considerate of those around you.